Hi Scorpio, welcome to the Soul Song. My name is Nina. This is going to be your love story reading for the next 3 weeks. Okay, so in that sense, it is timeless, and whenever you come across it, there are likely to be messages here that can resonate with you. Having said that, this is a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. Please do not force these messages to apply to your situation. Okay, all right, so we have solar plexus, that is a third chakra, Archangel Shamiel at the bottom of the deck. I'm feeling some attraction and manifestation. Okay, let's see what that is about. What are the messages for Scorpio? Okay, and at the bottom of this deck we have clean it up. So I feel like you are in the process of releasing something. Okay, let's see. We've got door to romance and breathe. Okay, yeah, got happy family and between worlds. We've got door to personal healing and happiness, flexible and regeneration. Okay, so you are currently in a transition process. Okay, but I feel like you are coming from a place of love, but I'm also hearing for some of you, you've sort of felt caged in this relationship. Okay, it feels like you needed to take a break or take a breather from this connection in order to feel sane, to feel to replenish your energy basically. Okay, and currently you're in the process of transition. You are sort of in and out of it. Okay, either you're thinking about it or you feel like you've reached a point where you need to decide which way to go. And it doesn't mean that you're leaving this connection or you're leaving this person. It's just that you're going through a bit of a transition and challenging period right now. So the new hasn't set in yet, but the old is something that you've had to make peace with and release. Okay, so maybe your relationship dynamic is undergoing a massive change at the moment, or you know that something needs to change here. Okay, and where you're heading, I feel, is a good place. It's a place where you can start to regrow, to reconnect with this person, I feel. Okay, and there is going to be a lot of healing taking place, but there is also a need, I feel, to meet this person halfway or to be more flexible, because in the new scenario, I feel like some of those old issues or even things that you, or old attitudes or old behaviors have no place, or they should be let go of in order to allow the new to sprout, to take birth. Okay, and for those of you who are single, I feel that you are, although this doesn't really feel like a singles reading, I feel that you are moving towards a place in the near future where you can actually heal from your past issues or the recent or the previous relationship that you've had, and finally let go of that old energy in order to bring in the new and attract and manifest somebody who is right for you. Okay, and that is what I was feeling with this card as well, manifestation. Although that card typically doesn't suggest that, but that is what I was feeling. Okay, so let's see what tarot has to say for you. What is this door to romance and breathe and the recent past? Okay, so the Two of Pentacles jumped out. And the King of Swords. Okay, one more please. What is this about? It's not in reverse, but these cards are popping out in reverse. So I'll let that be. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. And Nine of Cups, Temperance, the Magician. Okay. And the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So you've come from a place where I feel like you've needed to rebalance. Okay, it's taken a lot of patience. It's taken a lot of again, the Magician is this manifestation card. It is about co-creating, and I feel like in this context you may have been first of all dealing with an air sign. Okay, that's coming through very strongly. And so it could be a Gemini as well because of the Magician here. And you've got Sagittarius, you've also got earth and water energy, so it's pretty much everything. But I feel like you've built something, okay, with this person. I feel like there was a lot at stake is what I'm getting, because of which you might have sort of stalled or making a firm decision, or you might have felt like there's a lot that you could possibly lose if you let go of it. Okay, and I feel like for a lot of you, you are still in this connection. The King of Swords in the reverse is a tricky character. It is someone who is quite manipulative, very harsh and cold. Okay, even in the upright, the King of Swords is not the most lovable character per se or archetype, but they are logical, they are fair. Okay, when it's the upright energy, but it coming out in the reverse is telling me that this might have really felt like a controlling sort of relationship. Okay, where you were sort of thrown off kilter and thrown off balance. Okay, there's a lot of duality that is showing up as well in this card as well, the Two of Pentacles and with the Temperance as well. So I feel like you've had to make a lot of adjustments and compromises. Okay, that's what I'm feeling, to sort of continue on this path, because you had the end goal in mind. Okay, and to some extent I feel like this person did make you happy with the Nine of Cups here. Got the Seven of Cups. What is this between worlds and happy family about? Okay, yeah, we've got death, which is talking about a transition, transformation, releasing, letting go. So all of that is coming through, but only after that release, after letting go of something, can a rebirth happen, right? A rebirth happens only once something dies, actually. So that's the key message that is coming through here. Something definitely needs to be let go of. Could be an old way, an old pattern, relationship pattern. Could be a way of thinking. Speaking of which, we have the Nine of Swords here, Eight of Pentacles, Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Swords. So it's a challenging period, I feel, okay, what you're going through, and this is definitely not easy. I mean, it sounds great on paper, transformation and transition. It sounds good to listen to, but the actual process, even when a butterfly emerges out of its cocoon, it's a very difficult, challenging, it's a very uneasy process, unpleasant. It's not at all easy. So I feel like you're going through a lot and it's taking a toll on you emotionally. It might even be affecting like your work to some extent, I feel. And there is a lot of uncertainty here as well, because of which there is this fear coming up about the future, what's going to happen next, where is this heading, and it's very valid, I feel, because you have this picture in mind, this happy family or this happily ever after in mind, but with the person that you're currently involved with, it seems a bit like an illusion is what I'm getting, okay? You might be questioning whether you've projected onto this person, or you've projected your expectations, your long-term goals onto this relationship, whereas it was not something that would bring you that. And there is a lot of contemplation happening right now, I feel, for you, okay? And you have the Queen of Cups beneath that, and the Strength, yeah, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, the Queen of Cups. It is taking you a great deal of strength to move past the stage, to move to something that is a lot more happy and healed, okay? You're undergoing this difficult process of healing, I feel. So what's the regeneration about and flexible? What is that about? I'm so happy that door to personal healing and happiness card has turned up there, because it always gives me hope. There is a rainbow at the after the rain, okay? But yes, currently you are experiencing the rain, I feel. What's this regeneration and flexible about? Seven of Pentacles. Five of Cups. That's the second seven that is turned up for you. And we've got the Two of Swords. So I feel like for a bit you're going to be at an impasse, okay? And my nose keeps itching, sorry. It just happens when I do these readings. It is going to take some time, I feel, for you to get out of this stage of impasse as well. And it's almost like you know that you need to make a firm decision, that something needs to change, because it hasn't exactly panned out the way you wanted it to, or the way you were hoping and expecting it to, but you're still assessing it, okay? It's almost like you don't want to make that choice, that decision, because it's a painful one, and I can feel that in this energy. It's difficult, and this is the number 10, okay, which indicates a new beginning, but that comes after an ending. You've got a lot of sevens here. 34, which is the number 7, 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and sevens to me are about introspection. It is a very spiritual number. It's about spiritual growth, but spiritual growth is not really easy. It's the big jobs, right? But the Ace of Swords, yeah. But you will finally make a decision is what I feel. And we've got the Princess of Pentacles again at the bottom of the deck with the Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups and the Two of Wands with the Star. There is something good happening, but it is gonna come after a period of releasing and letting go is all that I can say. Some of you, I feel, will actually choose to turn your back to this person, and I'm also hearing rework. Okay, some of you could choose to rework on this connection, but again, there is that choice to be made. Okay, and this is also a bit of a timing card for me. So at the end of the 3 weeks period, I feel like you're going to be in a better position with a lot more clarity to understand what is good for you and what isn't. And the Star comes after the Tower in the Major Arcana. So there is some truths, some communication coming through. After that, you'll be, like I said, in a better position to move forward and start something anew, okay, on solid grounds and with renewed hope with the Star, which is really positive. It's healing as well, but yes, it's going to require a lot of patience. It's going to require even being really honest with yourself, I feel. Okay, so we have I deeply care for you, but so what else do they want to say to Scorpio? I'm not sure I feel the way I used to about you. What do they want to say to Scorpio? Okay. God. I have so much to say to you, but the cat got my tongue. I'm not sure you want what I want. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Ouch. And at the bottom of this deck, we have, is it possible for us to go back to who we were? But see, the problem is that you cannot go back to how it was. That's the whole reason why you're at this crossroads. Something definitely needs to change. Maybe this whole lockdown situation is adding a lot of pressure to your relationship, which is something that can be said for a lot of people, I feel. Okay, and it's making people think because the usual distractions are not there, so you can think more clearly, you can feel and you can intuit more clearly, right? So what is the advice for my dear Scorpios? This person could even be at a physical distance from you, okay? Overseas, mostly, or in some other town. And that could be why there is this gap, okay, between the two of you. And you're sort of tempted to move away, to emotionally detach yourself from this connection, is what I feel. Ooh, we've got the Union of Hearts. A love connection defies explanation. Wow, that's a strong card to get. What is the advice for Scorpio in this situation? And we've got embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. That goes well with the Five of Cups energy, which is about grieving, okay, allowing yourself the permission, giving yourself the permission to grieve, to let go of what once was, what hasn't worked out, and to look towards the future, towards those two cups which still are upright. Okay, that's what is usually shown in the typical Rider-Waite tarot. Wait. But in this card, it's, yeah, we've got the two cups here, which is in the background, being highlighted, but not really being paid attention to. I feel like there is some hope of maybe meeting this person halfway, but something has definitely changed. I feel like it's shifted within you, which is why you can't continue on the path with just the way it was, okay? And something needs to change there is what I feel. You've got consider your foundation at the bottom of the deck. Look at how committed you are to love. And for those of you who are single, it says act as if your partner is here. This is about manifestation, about believing that there is a true union waiting out there for you. Let me get one last tarot card, okay, as advice. What is the advice? Ooh. Lots of cards popped out. Wait, give me one card as advice for Scorpio, please. Some of you are definitely dealing with a Sag or an Earth sign, okay? I've got the High Priestess, which is indicative, of course, of following your intuition, listening to your intuition, but it's also about being patient to some extent, being receptive rather than taking action, okay? This is probably not the best time to take action. Wait for more clarity to come through, okay, in your near future. That's when I feel you can make a decision. Got the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck and the Eight of Swords beneath this one. So there is definitely friction in this relationship. It's all over the place, okay? But yes, trust your higher self, trust your intuition to make the right choice, the right decision. This does look like a deep connection, which is why you're so emotionally invested in it, and why you might have even thought about this happily ever after with this person. And things, I feel, can be worked on, but provided the other person also meets you halfway, right? Which is where that flexibility comes in. It's not just from your side, it's from their side as well. So I'm gonna end this here, and I'm wishing you all the very best, Scorpio, for the month ahead and for this situation. Do take care of yourself. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the reading, and do subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you again later. Take care. Bye bye.